I like robots, but I like what robots can do. One of the things that I do like is that they're working on robotic systems that could keep people at home instead of sending them to nursing home. You would have a robot that not only could have a whole array of sensors that they could tell if somebody can move around or open the refrigerator to get food, but they could also do what they call see, think, and do. They would be programmed to be able to assess a situation and know what to do in this situation, which could save, in some cases, somebody's life. I also like the idea of self-driving cars, like a private chauffeur, like being able to do things while you're driving. And sometimes driving in these days of big traffic in several cities can be quite difficult. They also have robots that can be programmed to recognize facial expressions, and there are several uses for that, some of which might be a little scary, but one of them I found very encouraging. They could tell if people are in pain. So if you're at home and you're in pain, one of these robot systems that is trying to help keep you from a nursing home, that would be very helpful. But there is another side to robots. One of the things that they're trying to do is they're trying to program values, human values, into robots. And this is, I think, from Berkeley. And they're trying to program the robot so that the key is to find a language that you would translate values into AI language. AI meaning artificial intelligence, of course. And that to me is very scary because AI language is basically fundamentally code. But also there's something that is, to me, a red flag, that AI people are brilliant. I have met some of them, even though it was several years ago, and they are brilliant. And those that I've seen interviewed on televisions are brilliant. But being brilliant does not mean you're wise. And there comes a time when some of this research, some of these questions, some of what goes into the programming requires wisdom. You remember that old saying, would you want your daughter to marry one? I mean, they can do all kinds of things with robots. For example, they can make them into a pet, like a cat that can purr. And there are a lot of lonely people that find that very comforting. They can pet their little robotic cat. And so they could make robot with flesh and skin tone and that make them look like a person. They can program robots in all kinds of ways, in many ways that would be very useful to our lives and improve it. But we need to understand the limits. It seems to me that it is time for us to think, how far do we want to go? Thank you for listening. I'm Danielle Levy.